One more little thing. This will be for our shorts. What do you think about, like, Coach? You commented on this when we talked. We've got a lot of our in-state recruits for state of Alabama. Auburn's got none, or little to none. They got two.
One. I mean, last I checked, they had, of the top 50 recruits, and I'm going by ESPN's rankings.
Was that like a golfer drinking too many beers they found or something?
I don't know, but I mean, it's startling. I mean, the top 50 players in state of Alabama, Auburn has one commit.
That is pathetic.
That just one. Now, there's only two players left in the top 50 that have not committed yet. Alabama's got 5. And then, of course, I mean, today's world, you're kind of limited with regard to recruiting and the way everything's panning out these days with NIL. But, Alabama's got 5, and then Auburn's got 1. And who knows if they'll be able to keep them. And only 2 left to commit. So, I mean, that's startling.
Yeah, it's not just the state of Alabama either. Auburn's struggling to recruit anybody at this point.
Yeah. So
I mean, you would think Coach Freeze be getting some more weapons for foul zone they flipped from Penn State, but guess not. He's more focused on golfing, having that little cigar and whatnot. It's like golfing, little lady on the school payphone.
Yeah.
Golfing, lady on the payphone. Which is a bigger priority? Maybe focus on coaching your team for once.
Yeah, I've looked at it a little bit of late, and by August, most in today's world, used to some kids back in the old days would wait and signing date, but that's kind of gone away with NIL and all this other kind of stuff, getting packages together. But anyway, that is very, very telling right there. 1.
Oof, it's nuts.
So, and then the ranking overall, I mean, they're not doing very well at all. And
they're hanging out down there with Colorado.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of chatter going on out there with regard to, state of Auburn's program right now, and it's not good talk. Who knows? Auburn's one of those programs they got to have a cause.
You literally fire a guy. You literally try to fire a guy who you think is screwing around with a coworker, but then
you hire a guy that you actually have proof of doing funny business like that.
Oh yeah, in the back room with a school payphone. Not even the decency to use your own phone, but a school payphone. And
he couldn't wait, Jackson. He couldn't wait.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, of course the moron is licking his lips doing that. Yeah, no, that's bad.
Well, they've Auburn's one of those teams that if they rally around a cause. Way back, it was Cam Newton. Remember everybody, Scam Newton and all that kind of stuff. Him being bought by Auburn, and they rally, and all that kind of stuff. They got, and then you had Tuberville and the fear of the six and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like and then Alabama Saban, and then all it's kind of like they have to have some kind of rally to really get them going, and I just don't see the rallying call coming.
It's been all downhill for Auburn after the kick 6.
Oh
yeah.
It's like a Martin Scorsese movie for the Tigers. Like we should get like Martin Scorsese to direct the downfall of Auburn. Like that would be like a great movie to watch on Netflix. It'll be like watch it on your phone, but make an exception for this one.
Yeah. Whatever happened to old Yellowwood? Whatever happened to that guy? Is he still down there? Remember old Yellowwood?
I think so.
You remember the guy?
Costner. He's like semi-retired.
Yeah, he used to sell all that wood, and he's a big Auburn influence. He called it Yellowwood.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody knows. You'll find. But I was wondering if he's still down there. He was a big money roller way back in the day. But, yeah, Auburn, they just can't ever get out of the way of themselves.
Oh, Jimmy Raines. There it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that guy. So Auburn just never can get out of it. Seems like they always want to find a way to get, just screw things up.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like, oh, I feel bad. It's like, oh, I'm this billionaire. Everybody should feel sorry for me. It's like, no, we don't. You got billions of dollars. You can get like anybody you want. You can like buy 20 hot tubs. You're fine.
Yeah. It seemed like when, and we all saw the Alabama demise and the coaching carousel and all that kind of stuff, and you figure a lot of schools would have learned from that. You got to have stability in the program and hire somebody. And finally, Alabama got Saban that had, the stability. But the last 10 years, I mean, it's just constant carousel, and they're just in the same scenario Alabama was 20 years ago.
Yeah. And before we head on out, we've got another super chat from Sports Talk with Austin. We appreciate very much for the $5. And he says, anyone buying the hype on Auburn, aka the Nets, Indiana, as the media is calling them? I thought, LOL, crying, laughing emoji. I thought the media was calling Illinois the Nets. Like Illinois.
None of them are, and none of them ever will be.
I think, to me, if you're considered the Nets, Indiana, you have to have a losing record from the previous
Northwestern season. Making the playoffs this year would be this year's Indiana. It's not going to happen.
Auburn, Indiana.
Utah?
Never thought I'd live to see it.
Well, we know Auburn will just play their A game against Alabama and Georgia, but then
they won't care in the other 10 games.
They're not going to care against Vandy. Vandy's going to smack them. They're going to bring out the Genjitsu.
Or Kentucky or any of them.
Oh yeah, they'll play like hell against Baylor.
Wow, Auburn in the
I'm gonna be watching that.
Heard it all.
But we appreciate the $5 super chat contribution.
Yeah, that made me laugh. That's a good analogy.
There we go.